AC audio adapter for a power cable, Mac Tools 10-piece rubber grip punch and chisel handle tool set. We got some basketball and baseball cards. We got a little more of those. We got a rod and reel for saltwater star drag, a power-packed circuit board by Cisco Systems high-gain antennas for TNC connectors, a holograph automatic blood moon limited edition, and a glass magic lantern slide HGA. But my favorite here is a Hasbro Chutes and Ladders board game. These are the things you find while searching for HGA on eBay.
On the dome and just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up. Wait till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light.
I hope you enjoyed that introduction to HGA. If any of you have searched for HGA on eBay, maybe you have experienced these same issues. You get a lot of random shit, and even another grading company called HGA Authenticated, which says autographs, which is pretty interesting to me. We're going through here now. We're just kind of looking through what's been graded with HGA so far, and the prices that it's getting, or kind of seeing like the auctions. The auctions are doing well with HGA, and that's because they are of high interest right now. And just from watching videos and looking myself, it appears that, well, baseball cards are selling for a little bit more than PSAs, and everything else is selling for a little bit less than PSAs, kind of on that BGS 9.5 level, maybe a little bit higher than that. So yeah, I mean, these cards this slab looks to have longevity, and you're not seeing overpopulation or inventory on eBay. Currently, there are only 186 listings for sale that are HGA, and there are, I believe, 55 that have been sold on eBay. So you do that math right there. You know, they've been out selling for a couple weeks now. You know, there's enough inventory out there to last, I don't know, 6 weeks. So, you know, where they're at right now, it's pretty good for the amount of slabs that they're putting into the market. They're limiting it so that they can get them back to people. But listen, here's something that's going to happen, though, is that when those first 50-day orders come back, bro, because I know there are a lot of people putting those in, because you can tell when the number changes how it just pops way down. Dude, some weeks there might be somebody that has got 150, 250, 1,000 cards by themselves that they could be submitting to HGA at one time. And yeah, so at some point we're going to see that there's going to be a large increase of cards that hit the market. How is this going to affect the pricing of these cards? The auctions that are ending, are they going to go down? And yeah, can HGA maintain their hold on second place in the slab market for prices on these? And you know, I think for me, I think I need to think a little bit smaller, just get a couple of them back, you know, so I can see how they do myself. Like, there's nothing like selling a card yourself to actually figure out, you know, if this is something you want to do in the future. Getting a lot of cards back at one time in the beginning might be a little bit overwhelming. I kind of like how I started with GMA, was I sent them 40 cards, and then it went well, so I sent them 100, and that went well, so I sent them 200. So I think that sending more than 100 at one time is probably a no-go for me moving forward, just because it's too much to think about, you know. A little bit smaller order is a lot more manageable, and you know, just kind of going to be how I'm going to target things moving forward with GMA. I'm having a new video series coming out. No longer, you know, obviously doing the top 10 highest GMA sales anymore, because, like, honestly, if you're selling cards like that, you are losing money if you're sending those to GMA, but there is a place and there is a card type for GMA, and the video series is going to be called the GMA Hotspot. We're going to review the cards that I feel are most profitable to send to GMA, and these are the cards that are going to sell quickly for you, and they're going to sell in this $30 to $60 price range. I think that's the GMA Hotspot right there. That's going to give you very good profit with only paying $6 a card to send it in. Sure, it's going to take you 6 weeks to get them back, but you're not going to be sending them any cards that if you got back right away, they would sell for way more. And I think that's like, just after selling nearly 500 GMA slabs, I don't know how many I've sold so far, but pretty close to 400 or 500 GMA slabs. I can tell you that my best sales are the ones that sell for 45 bucks. That right there is the hot spot. It's right in between 30 and 60 bucks. And I don't like getting closer to below that $35 to $30 range. I like having my stuff listed in that $40 to $50 range, because then you get $35 to $40 offers, or people just hit buy now on them. When you get closer to listing at 30 bucks, I feel like you get so many $20 offers. And you don't want to, and sometimes I take them because I'm just like, this is what this card is going to sell for, or this is what this card's worth. The market has shown me that this card is a $20 card, not a $30 card. And there's not a lot of profitability in doing that, because you make $10 a card that way. You want to be up there making $18 to $25 to $30 a card, where you're 2 to 3xing, 2.5 to 3.5x on everything. And so yeah, that's kind of where I'm moving forward with GMA on that. Trying to restructure my whole game plan, and business has not been easy since I kind of am right in the middle of trying to sell a bunch of stuff too. So just something that's going to be coming out in the near future that you guys can look at. But here we're still scrolling on these. You can see here lots of baseball, Kyle Lewis, and we got a lot of Kyle Lewis, a lot of Luis Robert. The baseball tends to be selling for at or above PSA. The basketball and football a little bit below PSA. So these slabs look a lot better than PSA. Let me just tell you that. Like, slab appeal, dude, 100%, bro. This right here, look, this is sick. If you like tie-dyed cards, excuse me, if you like the tie-dye prism parallel, well, then you're probably going to like the tie-dyed label to go with it. $150 Cooper Cup tie-dyed. Cosmic, I guess. Not called tie-dyed. This one's Cosmic. Cosmic in football, tie-dyed in basketball, whatever. This teal, I messaged this guy. This is, so what you might think is neutral, he said this is card match. I thought this was going to be neutral. It was card match. He said they used this part to get the black here. Obviously the teal comes from there. You got the white here from the white here. You got this gold little thing here is the gold there. Or maybe it's in the logo. The gold, yeah, the gold's in the logo. And then the red comes from here. Dude, like, they went really all out into doing this. It's just, I don't think this would look as good if this shit was just all teal. If that was the card match, I didn't really match the card if it's just all teal. But man, they really went the extra mile on here to make this shit look good. Like, this is a beautiful card matching slab here. And you wouldn't know it was card match unless you messaged the owner and asked him. And that's just what I did, was I messaged this guy and said, hey, what did you choose? Oh, he's like, well, I graded with HGA. I'm like, duh, no shit, bro. You graded with HGA and did their card match. But I'm like, hey, I really appreciate this guy reaching out to me and letting me know what he chose. Because, like, dude, like, it looks good. And if you have some of these Hoops Premium Stock Teals, like, dude, this is at $355 already. Like, these teals, flew under the radar most of the year. But guess who's looking at this? People with money. They're looking at it. They want to know. So look, that's going for good. That's going good. The fact that this card right here, no matter what it's graded in, just a Hoops Tribute, not even premium stock, is going to pull $100. It's probably in a 9.5 it's pretty awesome. You got Boba Chet, you got Tyler Hero at $1,250. Dude, Tyler Hero doesn't sell for shit right now, but there's 18 people watching this, and they, half of them are probably watching to see how much it sells for. But yeah, that's pretty good stuff there. You got football here. You got a no huddle going off for Justin Jefferson in a 9. And that's a problem with grading a GMA that I've had, is like, if you get a 9, dude, it's tough to make more than $30 on it. It is tough. I think I sold a Zion variation of Hoops Premium stock for $35 or $39, and you can sell it raw for probably $40 to $50. So about the same price as it is raw. And I thought it was a 10. Overlooked the top bottom centering. Like, dude, it's just little mistakes, but like sometimes you make those. You're humans, just like the graders. Sometimes the graders miss the top to bottom centering, and I missed it, and I got a 9 for it. And it kind of just screwed up. Look at this, man. These Tuas are beautiful, dude. Like Tua, I mean, dude, you can buy Tuas for pretty cheap right now comparatively to Joe Burrow or really to Herbert. If Tua comes out and looks better in year 2 than picking up stuff like this that's thousands of dollars for Herbert, picking it up for $300 or $400 on Tua. If you're a big time investor, that might be something to look into. But yeah, let's go over here. Now we've pretty much seen what I can show you. This here is something that I've thought about doing. Is I've been buying stuff like this, ending on auction in GMA 10s. This was $13 plus $3 shipping, so I paid $16 for this. I think this would be probably, if it graded a 9.5, it's probably a $200 card. So sending stuff like that into HGA to get crossover, dude, I don't care if it doesn't get a 10. If it gets a 9 or 9.5, I think I'm going to be in a after grading a 5 to 6x position. Because if I'm $45 into it, if it gets a 10, I'm going to probably sell it for $300 or $400. If it gets a 9 to 9.5, I'm looking at $150 to $200. So what is that? That's like 4x possibility on that. So that's a pretty good deal. It's kind of like that Nikola Jokic. I think that would have been a $3,000 sale easily. And I think it was off-centered a little bit. Let me see if I can find a select for you. A select concourse HGA from, let's see. It doesn't have to be last year. Because they all pretty much have this, all selects have the same deal on them. The little bitty spot on there. Let's see if we can find a HGA. Let's look for select. And then we'll go over to the solds and check those out. Because, that's something that I know there's been other videos. But, alright, so looky here. Here is a Kobe White. Man, look at the centering on this. They missed on the centering, dude. That is 9 centering all the way right there. Just something to think about, though. Centering is bad on this one. So, the Jokic centering was bad, too. On the GMA 10, the Jokic centering was off at the top. But let's look here at this one, because, look, this one has better centering, I believe. And this is one you can't zoom in on. This guy made it where you couldn't zoom in. There you go. I don't know how people do that. Yeah, it's pretty much similar centering. Let's see. I'm trying to show you one that's like 9 centering. Let me find one that says 9 centering on it. And you'll be able to tell this real easily from now on. Here we go. This one's 9 no, this one's 9 centering. Here we go. So 9 centering on this Ja Morant. And you can see here, we got big on the left and small on the right. Big on the left, small on the right. And that's like those little spots right here are the easiest way to tell the centering. And you can tell this is 9 centering. This is 75-25. You don't want to try to judge it by here, but if you can't judge it by there and it's off, then, hey, guys, that's probably an 8 centering. But like right here, dude, this is the easiest spot to tell the centering on a select concourse or the older Premier levels. They have that little indentation right there, the little bitty spot. And yeah, you can tell very easy. Oh, there's the zoom. So you can tell real easily that is not centering. That is not even close to being 50-50. Right here too. Boom, boom. And he even angled it, guys. This guy angled that card for a reason. And that's because it's off-centered left to right. So if you turn the card left to right, it's going to make it look like it's less than it actually is, but that's just way off-center. So, just a little tip, like the Jokic was straight on picture. It was off-centered, but it was probably not as much as that John Moran is right there in the GMA 10. That GMA 10 would have been a 9.5 because it could have been, it honestly could have been a pristine 10, not a flawless 10, but they also have a pristine 10 in this HGA pristine 10, and the pristine 10 is 3 9.5s and 3 10s and 1 9.5 is a pristine 10. So, and then a flawless is all 10s, obviously. You're not going to get a lot of flawlesses, but we'll be starting to see more pristine 10s, and they're not grading. Their grading on the centering is not as hard as a lot of them do. So we could send in some pristines, man. We could do it. It's obviously going to be easier on chrome cards, paper cards. Yeah, I struggle on those, but there you go. We've seen the select HGA. Now let's go over here and let's look at, we'll finish up with the sales. Let's refresh in case there's been anything that has sold since then. Nope, nothing. This is the last one to record, and this was at 9:40 a.m. this morning. A Panini Prism Tua Tagovailoa, a Miami Dolphins 9.5, 43 bids, $202. You got some holders there for $11. Those are listed as HGA now. That's cool. You got Zion Williamson Donruss Elite sold for $350. I have no idea the value of that card, but I guarantee you that's pretty good. That would make me happy. I guarantee you this is like a $50 card. So you're looking at spending $75, $80 to get it graded. You sell it for $350. That's pretty good. Red, white, and blue Justin Herbert 500 accepted. I don't think that's on PSA level there. I think the football cards are falling short, which is weird. You'd think the basketball cards would be falling farther short, but it seems to be the football. John Morant blue cracked ice. This seems a little bit low, $305. Hoops premium stock though, there's a lot of it, and I can imagine that these are going to be tougher sales. You got a green Zion Williamson 149. The auctions are looking to start to slow down on the basketball. As there become more and more on it, guys, I would put these up for buy now. Find the value somewhere in between what you were hoping it was worth and what the auctions are ending for. Put it up for best offer, and yeah, that's what I would do. We got a 91-92 Hoops USA Michael Jordan, $200 for 9.5. That's a hard card to find in that condition, guaranteed. But that seems like a good price, and that looks like, and the video I watched up on this, the guy actually went over this card. Yeah, looks damn good. Looks really good in that case. That's a good case for it. You got the old HGA Authentic Auto. There you go. I don't know what that is, if that has any relation to him, but there you go. Zion 9.5 for 510. He sells for, that's about $100 less than his PSA. It's about $600. You got this green 9 Trae Young lime green, and dude, that's a good price. $135 for a non-rookie Prism parallel, even though it is numbered to 75. Guys, there's a ton of shit out there like this you can pick up for $20 or $30. And yeah, all day, every day, I would invest $50 to get $135. Like, that seems money to me. You got Colby White selling for $224 in a fast break here to $175. But Colby White shits went down, man. Everybody's went down, but like, dude, Colby White and Tyler Hero were like neck and neck, and they both just took a nosedive off the face of the earth. And that's a lot to do with Monarch going down, and a lot to do with Zach LaVine is the alpha on that team for sure. A lot of people that were Bulls fans are re-putting their money or investing in a Bulls guy, re-putting their money into Zach LaVine, because there's always the thoughts that people think that he is not happy in Chicago and that he's going to leave, or Chicago is going to go away from him because he isn't taking them to the playoffs, and it might not be his fault, but I mean, I think he's a good long-term investment. I really do. At 25 years old, he's been in the league for 6 years now. He's averaging just under 30 points a game. I think he may have, next to Bradley Beal, the most 30-point-plus games this year. You can look that up. I don't know for sure, but just from me looking at the box scores every night, that's my feeling. And so definitely someone to look forward to long term. He seems like he's going to be one of the top scorers in the league, and I feel like he's he didn't start with the Bulls, so he ain't worried about finishing there. I feel like if you taking him versus Trae Young, I would invest in Zach LaVine over Trae Young, because I feel like Trae Young's invested in Atlanta. Atlanta's invested in him. I don't see those two places parting. I see them staying together long term, and I see Zach LaVine going somewhere and being the second option and winning a title sometime. And I don't know if that'll ever happen, but it could. You got this Bowman's Best here. $299 took $275 offer. $380 took $344 offer on a Ja Morant 9.5. That's his PSA 10's like $500. So again, they're 150 below. Darius Garland, I feel like that somebody got a good deal there. I feel like these auctions, I really feel like you HGA boys need to come to realization that you aren't PSA and you aren't Probstein, and if you're auctioning these off by yourself, it is a very, very time sensitive luckiness type of deal. I would go and look at what Probstein or PWCC is auctioning, and when they have similar cards like that ending, and that is the time of day I would put my cards on auction. I'm actually going to try it with my GMAs. Something that I don't think that anyone's ever talked about doing. And if you watch this video to the 21-minute mark, then you just got a true fucking gem right there from the mind of a genius. Seriously though. Seriously. Go look. I get the emails all the time. Go look at what PWCC is ending on auction, Probstein when their stuff is ending on auction, and that's what I would go with. So let's check them out because they have a ton of auctions ending. Let's go time ending soonest, and let's see here. We want to sort this up. So sports trading cards, and we want basketball. And so what they'll do is they'll have them all ending at the same time. So look here. In 2 days and 6 hours, PWCC has a vintage basketball craze going off here. Look at all these vintage basketball cards. They have them all ending at the same time. So everyone's eyes are on the auctions that are ending. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a test of this, and we're going to end our auctions on the GMA cards that fit. Look, I don't have any of those GMA cards. But what we're going to find is we're going to go down here. We're going to go past their 2 days and 7 hours. But you can see here, bro, I ain't make this shit up. All their auctions end at the same time. This is how they get more money on their auctions than anybody else. This is why it looks like they're shield bidding. All these things is because they actually have a game plan of, if we end all these same type of cards, vintage basketball cards, at the same time, everyone's eyes are going to be on these auctions and they're going to sell for more money. It is just, it's science. It's not even science. It's just the truth. And so when people think they're getting shield bid and all these things, dude, they are sending out to massive amounts of people. Look, they have 34,000 followers on their eBay, dude. This shit is popping up all over the place for you. It's going on your email. It's doing all those things. And it's because that's how they work it. But dude, look how many pages and pages and pages. Look, here's a new one. 2 days and 8 hours, we have modern basketball ending. We can't hit that. You can't list an auction that's going to end in 2 days and 8 hours. But what you can do is, if you have something that's worth it, you can pay to have it end in 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. So we need to find the auctions that are ending in 3 days, and we need to time up our listings to list with them. And we want them ending at the same time as these Probstein auctions, as these PWCC auctions. Because, dude, if you have that many cards going off at the same time, you got yours in there that is very similar. Yeah, it's gonna be perfect, and we're going to be fit in with everything else that's ending. We're gonna get bids off their bids, and even if we sell for less, if we have a freaking let's just say here, second year Luka GMA 10 ending at the same time as a BGS 9, and this BGS 9 gets $100 and we get 90, we still win, because we don't have to work for the $90. You don't have to try to negotiate with some douchebag that's trying to discount your slab. And bro, I never really thought about doing this, lining up my auctions with them, until just now. And I can tell you right now that this is going to be the future of me selling my GMAs, is going to be timing my auctions to end with these cards ending on auction. And it's going to be a bulk amount. Look here, 2 days and 8 hours. I'm going to try and pay extra and see if I can get them to do 1 day auctions. I think I had to pay $5 to do it, but I think it'd be worth it just to pay $5 each card to move a massive amount of cards at a price that I feel like is going to be better. Look at this shit. Like, huge bids on these cards already. The Zions especially, but like, dude, if you have modern stuff, I would have it ending close to the same time as this stuff, because there is so much stuff. And that's as far back as they go right now. I think they only do 380 auctions, it seems like. So anyway, that's the video for today. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, Carson Cruz.